And welcome back to more Paper Mario. So last time we recruited Bo to our party, who allows us to turn invisible. And we're supposed to go to Gusty Gulch to stop Tubba Blubba, but we are actually going to focus on side quests today. Oh, it's you, Mario. What fortunate timing. I had a dream last night, and another oracle spoke to me. Its voice was heavenly. If you keep going round and around the red palm tree in the distant desert town, Dry Outpost, something good will happen. So said the voice in my dream. It doesn't seem to make any sense at all to me. In fact, thinking about it makes me so uneasy that I can't sleep at night. If you find out what it means, please tell me. Sounds like we have to make a trip to Dry Outpost, but first, we need to go back to Mario's house to see what was happening underneath the floor. So now that we have the spin jump, we can get a special scene if we come over here and spin jump on this floor panel. I wonder how old Mario's doing in his quest. Mario? Oh, I mean, never mind. How did you find this place? There's nothing on the desk. Anything wrong? Nothing suspicious in the basement, was there? Interesting. We might have to check the basement a little bit later to see what was going on down there. In any case, now that we have the spin jump, we can also get a lot of star pieces. So that will be the focus of today. And with that, we're heading back to Koopa Village. First of all, right over here, there should be a star piece right here. Perfect. I'm a little bit surprised at how many I've actually gotten, like, first try or second try. If you spin jump on the panel, it won't work, so you have to spin jump right next to the panel, and also hope that your partner isn't standing on the panel. So yeah, just making our way back, and on the way, I should explain that we are not going to fight any of these because they won't give us experience at this point. In fact, I am going to swap things around a little bit. I'm gonna equip, spin attack to demonstrate. So if we spin into an enemy, they will instantly be defeated, because these enemies won't give us experience to begin with. So this is a really easy way to get back to Koopa Village. And with that, we have a few more star pieces to collect. They should be... I think they should be this way? I'm actually not sure. Okay, this is where we landed, but there is a star piece here, and there should be one more over by the crashed veranda. So now we have to go back through here. One interesting thing I looked up was the composer of this game. This composer also worked on Thousand Year Door, but also did the soundtrack for a lot of the early Fire Emblem games, from what I could tell. So quite a different musical style. We have a gray block here. It doesn't seem to... Oh, hello. You got the Repel Gel. Makes Mario transparent and invulnerable for a short time. Cool. So that is a special item. I had no clue that was actually there, to be honest. So yeah, pretty neat. But yeah, there's no point in fighting anything at this point because they're not gonna give us any experience, so why bother? So next, instead of going back to town the old-fashioned way, we're gonna actually use this warp pipe and go through here, because I kind of forgot to do this last time. This is the Snowman Doll, a snowman that crushes all enemies, attack power 4. So we can ride up these lifts. If we ride this to the top, there's a ceiling. Yes, I'm pointing this out for a reason. Later one will not have a ceiling. This looks scary. but there's a rare item. I need to swap badges around desperately. Spin attack can go. Power bounce on. Do this for now, and maybe unequip. Actually, maybe equip that. So yeah, just kind of a temporary loadout for the sewers because I'm not super confident in our ability to get through here unscathed. Kind of power jump. By the way, the timing changed because we got the spin jump. This is a Paragloomba. Paragloompas are nasty winged Goombas who make their home in the Toad Town tunnels. Max HP 7, attack power 2, defense power 0. Just like Paragoombas, Paragloompas lose their wings when attacked, then they fall and become Gloombas. So, as I was saying, Mario has to do this little spin every time now, which I actually really dislike. It makes the action command for power bounce really unwieldy, I find. So we're not going to be using power bounce from here on out for a while. Sadly, it is the most efficient way, but I just do not like the action command until we get our next jump upgrade. By the way, there are 2 upgrades. If you've played Thousand Year Door, that should be the same number. But yeah, now that he does a spin in the air, it's a lot more difficult to actually time power bounces. So we should be able to get through this pretty quickly. Again, really missing the super guard at times like these. Being able to counter would make this a lot less scary, because we'd have a little bit of a buffer where we wouldn't be taking as much damage. Speaking of not taking that much damage, either way, I'm not going to be fighting a lot of enemies here because we'd be here for a while. There are a lot of Gloombas down here. So for the sake of time, I think I'm gonna try to sneak past whenever possible. Either way, up here is the Power Smash badge. Hammers an enemy using lots of attack power. Weirdly enough, in Thousand Year Door, they swap Power Smash in for Power Jump at the beginning. So I'm really not used to getting it this late, to be honest. Let's go with that, and also Hammer Throw. I'm not gonna use Zap Tap too often, because it really is kind of cheap. It does kind of trivialize a lot of encounters, so for the sake of actually maintaining some level of challenge, I think I will opt to not use it all the time. By the way, actually, in an upcoming area, it's actually useless, because I'm pretty sure in an upcoming area the enemies attack indirectly, so it's not even helpful past Forever Forest. By the way, another star piece over here, but before we leave, there's one more secret. If we ride this elevator all the way to the top, we should get to a special area. Like so. This looks really suspicious. I don't think it's anything, but let's try it. Nope. You never know, so good to be careful. So from here we drop down, and we have a very well hidden super block. So we are upgrading Bow. Are we upgrading Bow? I'm actually upgrading Paracarrier, I think. I think he'll be more useful in the upcoming chapter than Bow, oddly enough, who I think is better in the field than in battle a lot of times. Kind of like Mario, and we will be seeing this later on. Bow, I think, attacks in a way that doesn't exactly work well for enemies with defense, so it's just better to not. Where the heck are we going? I'm concerned. Alright, so we have an upgraded type of block here, so we can't even do this yet. So back up to the surface. Actually, not back to the surface, we need to go to, Koopa Village, actually. So middle pipe now. Reminder, Koopa Village tends to be a good spot to find Chuckquizmo, so generally just warping between the two is a pretty efficient way of getting a lot of star pieces from him relatively quickly. So, I don't think I've ever done this before, so this'll be fun. It should be right over here for our first star piece. There we go. And the next one actually should be right over here. Hi, Mr. Koopa. Getting ambushed over here. Let's try our Parakarry's new attack. There we go, 2 damage, even with defense, so pretty cool. We will take some damage here, but no worries, we're heading back to our town pretty soon anyway, so no big deal. But yeah, the star piece should be on this screen right over here. The spin jump itself is a little unwieldy, I find. You basically have to press A again at the height of your jump, which I find a little bit awkward at times. Like, if you mess up the timing, it can kinda just cause you to just jump and not actually do the attack. By the way, I don't know if doing a spin jump on an enemy going into battle does more damage. I'm pretty sure it does in Thousand Year Door, but I'm really not sure about this game. Again, mechanically, I really know Thousand Year Door pretty well. This game I'm pretty fuzzy on a lot of the details. Anyway, our last star piece for Chapter 1, technically. There are a few at Shooting Star Summit, actually, now that I think about it. Really quickly, over here is a Koopa and who has tons of side quests for us. I'll be saving the side quests for later, but if you want rewards, definitely consider talking to the Koopa and doing some of his quests. But again, for the sake of time, we're gonna put them off for a little bit later. But for now, we are back at Dry Outpost. So, we were told to run around this tree, so let's do so. I want to say it's about 10 times. Excuse me, can I talk to you for a sec? What exactly are you doing walking around that tree? You're making me dizzy. What, you're joking? You believe some crazy dream? Well, okay, I guess. I mean, I got a message in a dream a long time ago, but it didn't mean anything. It said there's a house with a whirling roof and a large town near a castle. If you spin jump 3 times inside the house, something good should happen to you. Hahaha, a house with a whirling roof, as if that existed, huh. I don't take dreams seriously. A house with a whirling roof, eh? That sounds familiar. So first star piece of the day is up here, actually. It should be right on this spot. Perfect. Another star piece, there should be 2 more, but they're in the desert, so, well, one is in the desert, one is in the, Mount Rugged area. Well, there's Chuckquizmo once again. Let's hope he gives us an easy question, because, I don't actually have a guide up at the moment. Well, let's get to the question. Question. Which of Mario's battle commands is on the far left? And again, this is why I like to look them up in advance, because, to be honest, I don't think about this at all. Yeah, I don't really consider that very often. It should be strategies, apparently. Cool. So yeah, I just quickly had to look it up because I was like, I'm not really confident it's either items or strategy. So that means we have 59 to go, so we are not anywhere near done with this yet. Good news, the star piece we're looking for is on the main path. We still have to contend with bandits and pokies, but not too terrible. It should be, one more screen? Yeah, it should be this screen. right here. Okay, just a little bit off. There we go. And the last one should be at Mount Rugged, so might as well just go back through here instead of warping to town and then trying to take the train or something. It'll just be easier to do it this way. With our spinning move, it's not that long of a walk, thankfully. This game's pacing is pretty solid. Obviously we're kind of messing around right now, but in general, I feel like chapters flow pretty nicely. It doesn't feel like you're in one place for a terribly long period of time, and in some ways you could argue that might not be a good thing. That maybe it would be nicer to spend a little bit more time in certain areas, but yeah, this really isn't for an RPG, this isn't very long. I say as I'm playing through very long JRPGs at the moment. There we go. But yeah, it's like this, you know, if you're not doing every side quest, it's not that bad. It also helps that it doesn't feel like it takes very long. Like, this is kind of my takeaway so far, is it's kind of impressing me how breezy each chapter feels, where it doesn't feel like we're going through lots of filler or anything. It's just like one set piece to the next. It doesn't really slow down at all, which is kind of cool. Considering that a lot of JRPGs do tend to feel a little bit padded out. Even other Mario RPGs kind of have elements that feel like filler. So again, I feel like this is a really well-paced game. By the way, you can actually skip that. I was just kind of button mashing through and found that out just now, I guess. I kind of thought you could, but hey, good to know. So we didn't actually need to sit through that last time, but I had enough things to talk through that it didn't matter too much. By the way, that Koopa in the village, I think, is how you get members cards for the one area in the southern part of town through the warp pipe. So if you want to do that minigame, obviously you would have to do the Koopa's favors, but again, for the sake of time, we're gonna save those for later, and try to get through most of them at the end. To be fair, I've actually considered also doing them half and half, doing half of them after Chapter 4, and then the other half at Chapter 8, before the final boss, for the sake of not having to do every side quest at once. So yeah, I've kind of considered how I'm gonna do those side quests. We might do them a little bit sooner than by the end, like do half and half. Another star piece, and with that, we should have every star piece that we missed so far. That did not take as much time as I thought it would, but we still have one more thing to do in town, which is to follow that mysterious riddle that the toad gave us. So, we're gonna take that on in the next episode, and then head back to Boo Mansion. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Paper Mario.